What's going on, everybody? My name's Leo, and welcome to the first episode of Wasn't a Custom. Welcome back, everybody, and let me give you an overview on who I am and what I've been doing for these last few years. Over the last 6 years, I've been doing custom shoe work from clients ranging from Japan to the Middle East to here in America. Being an Atlanta-based artist, I've gotten a chance to travel to a lot of different places and met a lot of faces. The one thing that kept everybody in common with when I actually ran into them was man, why don't you come up with something really cool and unique that someone has never done? Which, I ain't gonna lie, I really have always thought that custom shoes was something that was super unique. Being that this is a rare commodity in the industry and art, it's really already still newborn and still growing. But hey, I'm gonna take it another level further and we're gonna do something different. With Wasn't a Custom, I'm getting random canvases, random themes presented to me, and I got a limited amount of time to actually knock them out.
What? Bro.
So the cool part that you guys are gonna see here is gonna in-depth look on how I'm gonna be doing the referencing, how I'm going to be doing the actual artwork, and then the final reveal of everything to see how it came out. Come in and check out with me, and let's go ahead and get these skull picks going, all right? All right, guys, so let's get into it, man. Just like I said before, my themes are going to be randomly selected. I have no idea what these are going to be. I'm actually pretty scared because I don't know if they're going to be anime, video games. Hell, I don't even know if it's going to be a nature front for me to even do anything of that nature. So let's pray. And let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mama told me to pick the very best one, and you are it. Steampunk, Scooby-Doo, and Friends. What the hell? Okay. You know, a quick segment of this really quickly. You guys ever watch the show where the canvas decides to come up with a really crazy idea? Granted, this is the whole focal point of the show, but some of these ideas are really outlandish. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty excited to see how this is gonna go, but your boy is definitely worried. But needless to say, let's get into it. Let's actually find out what medium I'm actually going to be doing. So this is going to be it right here. It's only two of them right here. So thank God it's a 50-50 chance for me to do something pretty cool or pretty tragic. So let's see. All right. So I'm just going to close my eyes and just grab this thing. Okay. So, okay, here we go. On a Vans shoe design. Okay, all right. So it sounds like we're going to be having ourselves a nice little barnyard brawl over here. So that's interesting. So like I said before, I got Scooby-Doo, Steampunk, Scooby-Doo, and Friends. And then I got to do this on some Vans slip-ons. So let's go ahead and get right into the whole process of it. You guys are going to see how I do the mock-up and everything on that end. So for the research, I jumped right into looking up what steampunk and the theme about it was, because initially I just thought about something that came off of an Oliver Twist book. So I decided to look into that. Definitely was right on the money with that. So a lot of old town London kind of vibes. I was looking up some different stuff with tattoo designs and everything just to see and get a good vibe to pull inspiration on what I wanted to do with Scooby. Rule number one when creating content, record everything. Here I actually forgot to actually go over everything, but that's okay because we live and learn, it's trial and error. But you guys are gonna see me sketching up Scooby, and then I end up deciding mid-sketch to stop that and go with something totally different. You guys are gonna see the end result. It's gonna look really badass. So, but let's keep going into it. I decided to go with the villain from Funland, the robot. because it was going to give me an opportunity to really dive into more of a steampunk design. With that being a flat robot kind of design, I could kind of play with the elements and really go into it. You guys are going to see exactly what I mean. Initially, I decided to go with just the regular sketch of them, but when I started the line work, I immediately decided to throw an audible in and just go real steampunk with it, because Scooby was already steampunked out already. So you guys are going to see that part, and I'm just going to sit back here and then let you guys enjoy the vibes and see what's up. Here we are right here where I'm actually doing some line work on Scooby to make it more defined. I threw in a monocle on him to give him that steampunk vibe, along with the top hat that had some gears on it. I'm actually going to be throwing like a flashlight kind of thing on there for him and throwing some fancy little gears there. It's going to really make it look real cool. This process of the customs is usually the most grueling because of the big indent in there. As you can see, there's a big indent of where the lip is on the sides. That really distorts a lot of the images, so you got to be careful on where you're putting the eye placements. It can really make or break that side when it comes to that. So even a simple design like this could honestly look like something really crazy, like turned over pizza sometimes, if you're not careful with the proportions on that. So as you guys can see, I'm actually sketching that out. And then on this side, I decided to go with the mummy, which was a really cool idea. I just wanted to draw a mummy on there because I haven't drawn a mummy in a long time. The coloring process is usually my favorite part. That's when I really get the chance to see it unfold and see how it really comes out. I explained this in one of my reels one time, but I'm going to give it to you guys here too. So it's a really cool process to see it come to life with the blends, the shadows, the whole nine, to bring the design to the foreground and start doing stuff in the background to make it come together. This part got real tricky for me at first. I was throwing in the yellows to start emphasizing the light that was coming off of the flashlight on Scooby's hat. And then I really had to play around with that to make sure I wasn't going to oversaturate that, because that's where I was going to start having to blend some blues and some blue greens to kind of give it that good vibe feel, the good blend from the robot in the background. Yeah, I'm back again with some more play-by-play. As you guys can see, I'm building up the different tones for the robot. In mid of this, as I'm watching this, I literally noticed that I was actually doing something totally different, and I decided to go in a totally different direction to actually emphasize the yellow and orange glow that I had going on. So I decided to go right into it and start making it more steampunk. Like I said earlier, I was drawing him originally as what he was supposed to be, but then I decided to kind of go in and do some different stuff and actually make it more steampunk-esque like it was supposed to. As you can see, I'm building up the depth and the contrast in the area where his eyes are at, so I can be able to give it that kind of gradient. And if you look in, zooming in closer, I actually gave it more of a weathered look on his face to give him more of a rusted feel on that end. That's the wrap up of our first episode. I hope you guys loved everything about it. What I want you guys to do is go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. That way you guys can see the next episode when it drops. With that being said, I love you guys. Stay creative, stay loving. Peace. I'm Tom Cruise. I do my own stunts. Okay. Okay. People sit here and say like and subscribe.
This early?
I'll say it at the end for the outro.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just get the fuck out of this video. It's alright. Shut the fuck God damn.
Like, subscribe. Get the fuck out of here.